Hi everybody, this is Brett from NEACh.
Hi everybody, this is Magnus from NEACh.
Is that your sultry voice? Is that your delicate sultry tones? Hi everyone. Welcome to NEACh.
Hello.
Hey.
Wow, how's it going?
It's getting deeper and deeper. No.
Yes, oh my. So, things we didn't like. The price tag.
God, for God's sake!
You said less incineration.
I've just done exactly the same thing!
Alright, yeah, the price tag for Destiny 2.
Oh, God.
AKA Destiny, the taking your money king.
Yeah. I can't. Right, you explain this because I'm just going to get really angry and just splutter at the camera about this.
Let's start with this. So, the price of the DLC on its own is I think this is right. I think I've got it right. It's the price of a new game, basically. But that's not what's got us annoyed, aside from the fact that we don't know what we're getting for it. Because if it's just going to be downloadable stuff, and yeah, we're going to wait and see what it's actually like when other people have played it, because unless it's really good, we're kind of off Destiny for a while now.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, House of Wolves, like you saw our videos, we quite enjoyed that at that moment, and then after the video, we kind of stopped playing because there was nothing to do.
No, nothing else to do. We actually pretty much did everything there was to do, except for go out and collect horrific amounts of loot by grinding the game.
So the thing that got everyone annoyed, the public annoyed, was I think it was the Eurogamer interview where the representative from Bungie basically said, "You'll just give us your money regardless of what I try and sell you." That got a lot of people annoyed.
Yes.
And to be honest, like if you go through a lot of the comments on Bungie things, it's especially if, I mean, people can be very rude on the internet, but there is a lot of sort of this feeling that
contempt.
Yeah, it's
collar
taking the players for a ride when it comes to money.
Yes.
I mean, if you bought yourself the season pass, didn't you?
Yes.
Which gave you access to the first DLC pack and the second DLC.
The Dark Below and the House of Wolves. Yep. At the time, great bargain. Absolute love it.
Yeah.
Deal.
If you had not bought that, and then with hindsight, would you have paid for House of Wolves?
No. In hindsight, I wouldn't have even bought Destiny the first time round.
Well, you've enjoyed Destiny for a while.
Well, yes, I did enjoy Destiny. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
But as you pointed out, Destiny is only fun when your friends are playing it.
Yes.
Which is true for any board game or like... I mean, going down the pub's only fun if there's someone to talk to.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to do anything on your own, effectively. But what it just gets me that what they've basically gone and done and said he has turned around and said that all of the DLC we have bought over the past couple of months, or over the past year. Almost a year, 9 months.
It's been a year now, yeah.
Yeah.
Destiny's just reached its end of its first year.
That's right. He basically turned around and said, all the DLC you've bought is now worthless.
Well, that's not what he said.
It's not worth the price you paid for it.
He didn't say that outright, but basically, because they're releasing a special edition of the Taken King, which includes all the DLC and all that, and additional content for the price of the game as new, it does certainly feel that way. Like, especially if you didn't buy the season pass and you bought the DLC separately, then you've probably forked out. I mean, with tax included in this country, for some reason, Destiny, if you spent $100 of it in America to buy the game and all of its DLC, in England we spent £100 on it if you bought the DLC separately, and that's more than $100.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about, $130, something like that. And yeah, the additional content that is you can only get by buying the complete version of the game of the Taken King content with all the content that you already have. Originally, this was the announcement. Was the full price of the game. So if you'd already bought the game and you wanted that additional content, you had to buy the game all over again. Bungie then later released the information that you could buy this content pack separately for, I think it was $15, $20, something like that. But if you take into account the price of the Taken King on its own, and then you add $20 to it, so let's say you had $40 and you add $20 to it,
Yep.
that's the same price as just buying the discs again for the special edition. So it's not a saving, it's just a matter of convenience in that case. And it kind of feels like, yeah, the people who've stuck with the game have been screwed over.
Yeah, and it's basically just a way of getting more money out of the people and making us pay twice for it.
And the sort of the way of justifying it is like, oh, you were here for the first year, you got to experience things that other players won't experience. Like the things that we've experienced, other players have been.
They're just like blades of Crota hanging around the world map.
Yeah, it's just grinding the same enemies over and over again.
It's not like they're missing out on missions that.
They did a lot of stuff right with Destiny.
Yes.
But they did a lot of stuff wrong, certainly in my opinion. Like I think I said it before in an earlier video of Darksiders. Destiny is the loneliest multiplayer game I've ever played. With the lack of matchmaking in a lot of like the raids and the House of Wolves, Prison of Elders content.
Well, it did start to rectify a lot of that.
They did with a few things, but there's still things like you still can't do the Vault of Glass. There's no matchmaking for it. You have to get together a group of people.
Have to get together a group of friends. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know. I've been raiding with the same team of people. Now, I appreciate what they're saying.
You did raid with them.
Yeah, I did.
Until they got bored as well.
Until they all got bored with it all as well. Now, I'll be honest, I raided with the same team for absolutely ages, and I appreciate that you want a team of people that you can trust and you can communicate with and things like that. But don't correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't headsets and microphones invented for this so you could talk to the people you play with regardless of who they were? Yeah,
and especially as the most galling thing is that Bungie were kind of the fathers of matchmaking on Xbox.
They helped make it
Halo
a thing with Halo.
It's just non-existent in part of the game.
Wait, matchmaking?
And I get that, like, you're rewarding people who are playing it with their friends, aka here's an excuse for you to go out and tell your friends to buy the game so they can play with you.
Yeah. I mean, that's
because there's no split screen, there's no local multiplayer.
Yeah, I have to admit,
it kind of feels like that.
I did actually buy the DLC for a couple of friends for birthdays and whatnot, because I thought, you know what, I want to play the Dark Below with them.
I think you need the thing on the other side to get through that.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for it.
And Halo 5, by contrast, is looking awesome.
Originally I wasn't even going to look at Halo 5 after the somewhat disappointing campaign of Halo 4.
Well, Halo 4 was a bit meh. Especially, like, the new weapons they added were just the same weapons, but with a different skin, essentially. Like, the scatter shotgun, which bounced a little bit, but didn't really make a blind bit of difference. If it had bounced a lot or something like that, that would have been cool. If it had been like a really bouncy, like bullets firing off of walls and things, that would have been amazing. Which has been done before in games, so it's not completely impossible mechanic. I mean, it was done in Jak 3. I think it's been done in maybe the Ratchet and Clank series of games, which are both admittedly third-person shooters, but that doesn't make a blind bit of difference where you put the camera. It could have been done like that. The weapons kind of annoyed me. The story, I don't remember it, really.
Halo 4?
Yeah.
It was pretty much something along the lines
But
of...
the multiplayer was excellent, and they didn't really... like, there were a few things stripped away, like Assault wasn't in it, but they added more things like different kinds of
They kind of
drift ball and things like that.
They tweaked Infection as well, which is quite
yeah,
nice.
they tweaked Infection. I like the different types of Infection that are available now, and I like the infected Spartan models. That was cool.
Yes, much, because that was something we were waiting for years, to be fair.
Yeah, Halo 4's multiplayer was done really well. Forge mode done really well, although it's now at a level where it's so complicated that it's there's so much you could do with it. It's a bit overwhelming,
Yeah,
which is, to be honest, a great thing.
Well,
Still has theatre mode, still has all those functions that are from the previous iterations of Halo. I'm hoping Halo 5 keeps all of those. Their new multiplayer mode, I can't remember what it's called, it's completely left my mind, where it's two teams facing off against each other, sort of Dota style. That's really cool. You play as a team of players trying to get to the enemy team's base by unlocking different bases, while there's enemies, like AI enemies on the map, who are trying to attack both sides. Really cool. Looking forward to it. The talk of having to, of being able to pay to give yourself advantages, not happy about that one.
Yeah, that's a bit of a weird one that you can. And for those of you who haven't heard about this, is how in Halo 4 where you have scored enough points, you could then use those points to actually get bonuses in game. And it will put on a little drop-down menu. It will say, "Hey, you've done this. Awesome. Well, would you like a grenade launcher or a shotgun, or would you like some extra grenades, or an overshield, or some of that stuff basically there?" And what they've done around and said, "Well, you can do this at any point you want, but we'll charge it to your credit card."
And it's not exactly like you can do it in any. It's when you would have unlocked an upgrade anyway, you can change what the upgrade would have been. With some with some moolah.
Yeah.
So, you were gonna have a pistol.
Have a rocket launcher.
You were gonna have a mongoose.
Scorpion tank.
Yeah. And also, I believe the paid aesthetic armor as well, which is nothing new. We've already had that.
Yeah, I mean.
Pay to play has always bothered me in things. Pay to win is very annoying. Pay to win in a multiplayer environment? Ooh, not happy about that.
No, I don't even know whose idea was that.
No.
That was somebody who said, "Oh, we need to make more money somehow."
So we'll see how it is.
Yeah.
If it's still balanced, and the Halo games have been very well balanced so far.
Yeah, they always have been.
Then we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll be back next time with more Darksiders, and we'll be prattling probably on more about E3 and how much we have all these expectations of games and how they're squandered.
Shattered dreams.
Bye!